You cannot hate the people who were here before you and do them harm, because they'll want to see you gone. I am all for people who want better. I want better. If you don't want better or do better, you're going to be bitter. Everybody deserves a chance to do good, to do better. All right? But if you are already in the wrong, it's best to stay under the radar and not try to start beef with others, not try to take out your situation on the next person. When you take out your situation on the next person, you seem salty. All right, you seem like you're angry or you're upset about something, and that's a personal problem. All right, we all have disadvantages in this world. We all do. We all have disadvantages in this world, and when you don't know the facts and you think you know what you're talking about and you don't, then you're not, what you say is not going to help you when you're trying to prove your point. What you say is not going to help you when you're trying to prove your point. I talk about things that I have knowledge of, or I'm knowledgeable about. I talk about things that I'm able to talk about. That's why I'm able to talk about them, because when I talk about them, I don't sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. There's some times where I tried to make conversations about things where I didn't have a clue or an idea about what I was talking about, but this is not one of those times. This is not one of those times. I know, without a shadow of a doubt, I know what the hell I'm talking about. And you cannot try to cause harm to others and not care about the well-being of others, especially in a time where you're trying to, in the same breath, say that you should be working together. How are you going to work together with someone when that's not your true intention and you make it damn near impossible for that to happen? Let's be real. Let's be real. Does everybody have a problem with everybody? Is everybody going to have a problem with everybody? Probably not. But are there things that people just turn a blind eye to and act like they don't even see it because they don't even have their own mind together about it? As far as this whole thing goes, yes. There are people who just turn a blind eye to things that happen to them and act like, they just act like it didn't even happen. But if someone that looked like them was to do it, then it would be a big issue. It would be a huge problem. But when somebody else does it, we let it go and act like we don't care about it. But when we do it to ourselves, we're ready to take each other out over it. Meanwhile, everybody else is still trying to take us out over it, or over whatever. So we're working against ourselves while other people are working together and working and possibly could be working against us, or possibly just not be interested in our well-being the same as theirs. And you can't expect people to put you before their own. That's just not wise. You can't expect somebody to put someone that looks like them after you. If they're a good person, they may help you. They may extend out a helping hand and be like, "Yo, I'm cool. I'm gonna help you just like I would help this person." But when it comes down to it, you can't expect somebody to put their own before you. And that's not what this is about. This isn't about a jealousy thing. This is about at least not on one end. This isn't a jealousy thing, at least not on one end. Are there some people who are probably jealous of some other people? Of course. Is that right? No. But it's not. But the one side of the coin, the group of people, there's nothing that they could do about it unless they were to mobilize and just become a whole thug and just go George Washington on some people, or just go savage on some people. Just cause harm to people. That's the only power that the one side has, and the one side is peaceful. The one side, all we're doing is using our mouth and stating how we feel about a situation and what we see. And there's still a problem with that. When you do that, you're complaining. When you do that, you're what they call it, delusional, or you're lying, or what you're saying isn't true, or there's no facts behind what you're saying. There's facts behind what we're saying. There's facts behind what I'm saying. People just choose to ignore it because it benefits them, and that's what gaslighting is. I don't know what you're talking. You watch TV all day. If you study a little psychology and watch TV, you'll see the dynamics between narcissism, gaslighting, empath, good, evil. You'll see that whole thing play out. They're trying to hit you with the okie doke. I'm going to do this to you and then act like I don't even know what you're talking about. That's narcissistic behavior. That's narcissistic behavior. So the fact that, one of the most loving groups of people in this country, right? Take other groups of people in. Let other groups of people just do whatever the hell they want with our culture. Take it, it's yours. Let you call us all types of disrespectful words. Let you come to the cookout. Lo and behold, you don't want to see Lil Ray Ray. You don't want to see Lil Ray Ray get a job. You only trying to get Miguel hired. And on top of that, y'all harassing anybody that don't look like y'all. And that ain't cool. That's not good. Don't harass me. Because you mad about something. You been out of shape. I'm mad because you shaped like a juice box? I don't know. Refrigerator body? I don't know. Looking like you came from Mars? I don't know. And maybe you did. And I'm not mad at that. All right? You can find beauty in all groups of people. But one thing we're not going to do is we're not already going to have to deal with. We're not taking racism from every group of people. That's not happening. We are not going to take racism from every group of people. We're not going to let everybody have, and we don't let nobody have power over us. But we're not going to let everybody do it. I know somebody hear what the hell I'm saying. We're not going to let everybody do it. That's where we draw the line. And that's where we put our foot down, because y'all acting crazy out here. How you going to be acting crazy to some people that's here? and want them out the way so you can have your way. Don't push me out the way. I was here first. I was standing there. I was in line already for these benefits. But they rather work with anything that doesn't resemble what you see on this screen right here. They rather work with people who have a complexion for a connection. And I ain't mad at that. We're not mad about that. Okay, get in where you fit in. We see y'all. But don't, in the same breath, don't ish on us. That's what's up. You able to get what you got. Get in good too. That's what's up. But don't call us a brother or ally or try to reach out your hand in unity and want to make things hard or difficult for us, or throw shade, throw hate blatantly, deliberately, out in the open. Don't do that. How's that gonna work? How are we supposed to even want to consider caring? How? It's a very confusing situation. It's not confusing, but it's confusing. It's like how could you? I'm confused on how you could think that would work. I'm supposed to work. I'm supposed to just bypass all the hate. Okay, I don't see that. Let's work together. That's crazy. That's crazy. We see y'all coming for us, and we still make things peaceful and be respectful. We see the hate. You can't not value, and I mean, if it was just something petty, I could just bypass that all day. Okay, whatever. Okay, they just feel some type of way. There are folks out there who will they out here trying to cause physical harm. They're there. Don't walk behind their car when they back it up. You stay away from them in the parking lot. They got their eyes on you, and they're trying to weaponize their vehicle, trying to intimidate you and try to make you afraid of them while in a car. That's a coward move if I ever saw one. Wait till you get in a car. You hurry up and get in a car and rush in a car and try to instill fear in somebody because you in a metric piece of metal that weigh more than a ton. How shame on you? How dare you? And you got the nerve to go to church? What type of prayers you putting up there? I don't want to know who's answering those prayers. I don't. No, I don't. There's good and bad in everybody, right? We all know that. That's basic. That's simple. There's nothing to that. But trying to cause me harm and think I'm not gonna do nothing about that when I can, and I could eliminate the threat. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. That's wild. That's some wild stuff. You think you gonna attempt to try to make me fear for my life and think that I'm just I could just deal with that. I don't mind that sticking around. No. Who the hell's putting up with that? An idiot? I wouldn't want to be the type of person that put up with that. I wouldn't want to be the type of person that's okay with that. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. Hell no, that bothers me. I don't like that. You're not supposed to be okay with somebody thinking that it's okay for them to try to put the fear in you that they're gonna try to eliminate you and take your life. No, I'm gonna eliminate you. I'm gonna eliminate the threat. You out of here. You cannot think it's okay to harass other people and make them fear for their life at the same time. You think it's okay to aim your vehicle at me or at anybody? You think that's all right? To try to threaten someone or try to put someone in harm's way? You think that's all right? You think somebody's gonna want you around when that's how you when some of us can actually see how y'all really feel? And ain't everybody, because some people are cool. But I'm not gonna I'm in a whole pit of snakes. Farrakhan said, if I get in a whole pit of snakes, I'm gonna try to pick out the good, separate the good ones from the bad ones. Hell no. All y'all could potentially bite me, and that's what it is. I don't even care if some of them snakes look like me. Some of them are the worst ones. So, somebody needs a wake-up call. Somebody needs a memo revamped. Somebody needs a new MO, a new modus operandi, something. Put it in the paper, put it on something. I went live the other day. They were talking about X. Put it on X. But you're not going to be able to stay in the same area where there are people who are aware that you don't care about their life, you don't care about their safety, you don't care about making the people who you quote unquote want to work together with. You're not trying to make them feel safe. You got so much hate boiled up inside you that you want to try to do something to them. We already got enough hate for ourselves and with each other. We already taken ourselves out in alarming rate. We don't need any more stress added on top of that. We really don't. We don't need any more damage on top of that. We don't need any more trauma on top of that. We don't need that. We already dealing with enough, past, present, and probably still, unfortunately, some left in the future. I don't see it. And I know you don't either watching this video. We know how this world is. We just have to be the change that we wish to see. And if the change that I wish to see isn't being seen, I'm gonna make it appear. It's going to. I'm gonna make it appear. I'm Druuill. Woof. Change. It's going to appear. Thinking it's okay to make people feel uncomfortable in an area where they was here first. No way, Jose. Literally. No way, Jose. I like how God threw that in there. No way, Jose. I don't care what you got built up. I don't care how much you got in the bank. I don't care what you established. I don't care how many businesses you got. I don't care what y'all got popping. As far as this is concerned, it's good to see people work together and build things up. I applaud that, but what I don't applaud is the harassment and the lack of care for human life of other people. Your ass got to go, Kokomo. You got to get the hell up out of here. You don't care about my safety or my life. You're reckless. That's not loving, caring, unified behavior. That's not telling me you want unity. That's telling me you want my damn spot. And I was here first. You can't have it. You got to wait in line like the rest of us. It's cool to see people build things and have things and turn themselves into a reputable member of society. That's what's up. But you're not gonna make me feel uncomfortable while you do that. You're not gonna have fun and laugh and think it's cool and to make people feel like they don't belong in an area where you don't even belong. That's some wild stuff. That's some wild stuff. Don't make me feel like I don't belong in an area where your behind don't even belong. I'm from here. Give a damn what state it is. If you think it's cool to do stuff that you don't see other people even doing, because y'all love to do that, then why don't you do other things that you see other people doing? Why don't you love to do that too? It'll eliminate a lot of trouble for you. But they mad, and they're gonna stay mad. They're gonna have to be mad. Yep, they're gonna stay mad, and they're gonna have to be mad. We was here first. They gotta wait their turn like everybody else. You can't act like you don't care about my life and think I'm gonna be okay with that. You just as worse as the enemy number one. And some people who really know what time it is, they don't like us just as much as some of these Caucasians. And don't get it twisted, all right? Don't get it twisted. Y'all know what type of person I am. I'm not gonna act like I see that you don't like me when you don't. I'm not gonna act like I don't see you don't like me when you don't. You don't like me, I don't give a damn. I'm okay, I'm totally okay with that. But don't make me experience that. Don't make me feel that. Because that's how you know, that causes problems. That causes problems. You can't talk about where's this and where's that and why can't we all this when you ain't never want to behave like that. You ain't never want that type of relationship. You ain't never, it seemed like that was never wanted. In small fractions, it's been there, and I'd like to see that. I do. I appreciate when I see that. But in totality, do I know what time it is? Yes. Am I gonna act like I don't just because a few skin and grins and smiles and handshakes? No. I see that. And we can't be playing dumb out here, thinking everybody's our friend when they're not. That is a problem with us. I'm speaking for myself. I ain't gonna say me. But that's a problem. Everybody ain't your friend. And I've dealt with some of that, just even with people. So, I mean, dealing with other groups, I mean, it's already enough of that in-house. It's already enough of that in-house. So, I don't mean to offend anyone with the things that I say. If I did, that's too bad. Peace, love, and light. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to all the good people in the world. Hit the like button, hit the share button. I'll see you all in the next video. Act right and be polite. We out.